J. Rockman with CBS Austin and We Are Austin mental health care contributor. And here is your mental health care tip of the day. Let's talk epigenetics and how both trauma and healing can alter our gene expression. Research from the National Library of Medicine actually shows that 50 to 85% of Americans experience at least one traumatic event during their lifetime. Research in the field of epigenetics has suggested that trauma can indeed affect our genetics. One key mechanism is through changes in DNA methylation patterns, which can alter gene expression without changing the underlying DNA sequence. But studies have shown that the experiences of trauma can lead to these epigenetic modifications and potentially influence various aspects of our health and our behavior. However, it's essential to note that while trauma can leave a biological imprint, it doesn't necessarily mean that these changes are permanent or deterministic. So trauma can leave a chemical mark on a person's genes, which can be passed down to future generations. This mark doesn't necessarily cause a genetic mutation, but it does alter the mechanism, the way that the gene is expressed. So people that, break negative generational cycles in communities and families, they often exhibit three characteristics. Number one, self-awareness. Number two, empathy. And number three, courage. Self-awareness to take proactive steps and address and make changes. Empathy to understand the impact and intent of generational cycles on themselves and others and break the cycles with compassion. And then courage, to have the courage to challenge ingrained beliefs and behaviors and systemic thoughts that have been around for generations before they even arrived on the planet. But doing this with compassion and courage, not criticism, contempt, or judgment. And these changes can be passed on to offspring as well as the healing changes, the intergenerational positive changes. So they're not definitive, but they're rather adaptable, and they can be rewritten in your own life experiences and your actions. So you literally have the opportunity to rewrite your story. And every day the sun rises, you have an opportunity to write a new chapter. So if you are a cycle breaker like me, keep going. You are not alone, and your impact will be intergenerational. Trauma is intergenerational, but so is healing. And on the other side of breaking patterns of abandonment and addiction, narcissism, or abuse, whether it be psychological, sexual, physical, emotional, religious, financial, there is freedom and fulfillment and community and even chosen family that you might not have ever imagined had you never taken that leap of faith. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. And it might feel lonely, but you're not alone. So as I often say, you don't get to choose your trauma, but you get to choose your healing. I'm Bella J. Rockman, and here is your mental health care tip of the day.